Good morning from somewhere in Montana. The last few days we've been driving from Utah to Montana, and we plan to stop in Idaho and spend a little bit of time there. But the area that we wanted to go to unfortunately has a lot of fires right now, so there's lots of smoke, the air quality is not great, and it just didn't make sense to go in that direction. So we decided to head into Montana, and we're actually going up towards Glacier National Park. We are still a couple hours south of the national park, and where we are, the air quality still isn't great. There's lots of smoke in the air, but supposedly as we drive north, it's supposed to get better. So last night we just stopped at this little cafe to stay overnight. We found it on one of our apps. It worked for the night. I'm sure you can hear it's a little bit loud now that it's the morning, but overnight wasn't too bad. And today I'm not exactly sure what we have planned to do, but I do know that we're going to be moving spots and we're with some of our friends, so I'm sure once they get up we'll talk about it a little bit, figure out a game plan for the day, and go from there. So yeah, that's a little wrap up and summary of what's been going on the last few days and what we have planned for the next few days, I guess.
So we headed into Kalispell, which is only about a 25-minute drive to come here to Panera. Not only is it a great place to get a Sip Club coffee, but it's also a great place to fill our waters and then charge our laptops. But we're mainly here because, as we mentioned in our last video, we were talking about heading north and then chasing the leaves for fall south. And so we're here to work a little bit and then route plan because we only got so much time and fall leaves only last so long, so we have to make the most of it.
We ended up getting some work done and a little bit of travel planning done, which is nice. And then we also just ran some errands, so now it's a little bit later in the afternoon. But today we're headed about an hour north, and we're gonna be camping out at this spot right on the water, and it has a bridge and stuff. It looks really pretty. And then from there we're closer to Glacier National Park, so I guess once we get there we'll figure out when we're actually going into the park or what we're doing, but that's the spot we're headed to, and we're excited because it looks pretty nice. Little more. Good. Check out these views. Right on the water. And then we got our friends here and some other people camping. There's lots of people camping here.
I feel like I need to go in already.
Oh, yeah. It's been a warm day. Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice and cool.
Dude, you're working it out. Look.
I know.
Set up, yeah,
Swimming upstream.
Not going?
They're not moving.
Yeah, they're not gonna go.
Yeah.
The dogs have been enjoying their time in the water since we got here. We have our 2 dogs, our friend's 2 dogs, and then our friend's friend has 1 dog. So they've just been playing and hanging out. But it's been a really hot day, so we've decided that we're also going to go in the water because it is super clear, super nice, and it'll be a great way to cool down before it gets too dark. And then the temperature will cool off. Also, look at these backyard views. So pretty, but yeah, there's definitely a lot of people here because it's a beautiful spot.
3, 2, oh, they're great. Oh, let me talk to you. I guess it's like a...
So it's been a few hours since we last saw you, and we knew when we were coming out with our friends that we were meeting up with their friends and potentially more of their friends. But what's kind of funny is we met so many more people out here. We were just sitting out chatting with our friends and their friends, and then people are coming into the campsite. And while this is remote Montana, this spot we are in is one of the more popular spots, I'd say. So as people were rolling in, they just saw us like hanging out in our camp chairs and talking, and they came over and started introducing themselves. So we had a total of like, I don't know, 8-10 people, whatever it was, sitting around talking, sharing stories. And we just love this aspect about road life and living in a truck camper full time. Is not only do we get to compare rigs and share stories and compare stories and share experiences, but our dogs get to meet other dogs, and it's just really cool to meet people along the road that have like this outdoorsy mindset, that just love the outdoors and love living life and love making memories and love meeting people, and we just love it. But right now it's around 11 p.m. and we were so busy chatting, we didn't have enough time to really plan what we're doing tomorrow. So I guess we'll just find out and go with the flow tomorrow. But for tonight, we're gonna go to sleep, get some good sleep, and I guess we'll see what we're doing tomorrow. We're starting our morning off with a little bit of a walk. So where we were camping over on the river is only just a few of the many campsites back here. If you make a right past our site, you get to like this dirt road that goes through this little tiny forest of little trees, and it's kind of crazy because it's like early September, and I don't know if you can see it, but some of the leaves are already changing and already dying because I guess the cold snaps, and it's pretty early for leaves to be changing already. But if you look at this one, you can see that they already are.
Today was going all fine and dandy. We were getting work done. Everything was great. And then Grayson accidentally spilled coffee and it totally broke my laptop. But luckily we have Apple Care or whatever. So we drove about 45 minutes back to Kalispell where we were yesterday to drop it off, and it's getting fixed. So now kind of for the rest of the day we both need to catch up on work. But since I'm the one who does the editing of the YouTube videos and edits our photos and stuff like that, I'm going to use his laptop and he's going to work from his phone. So it'll all work out. Luckily it's getting fixed. Even with the insurance it's $300. But it's funny because the guy who is fixing it added it all up, and if we didn't have insurance it would have been like $1,700 to fix. So luckily that's not the case, and we're getting it fixed. It should be fixed in a few days. But now for the rest of the night, instead of doing something fun, it's time to get back to work.
Spilling coffee on Ashley's laptop totally threw our day off yesterday. So after we dropped off the laptop in town, we were a little bit more relieved knowing that we actually saved money versus not having the Apple Care, as we mentioned. But we just took it easy and hung out with our friends, just enjoyed dinner, and we woke up to some pretty not so nice weather. The leaves are starting to turn yellow a little bit, and we were expecting a nicer few days here, but it's actually been kind of drizzling and raining on and off since last night, and supposedly it's supposed to be doing the same thing for the next few days. And so sometimes it just happens to be this way, where we get somewhere and are all excited about getting outdoors and exploring and traveling and just seeing everything in the area, and sometimes it doesn't actually go that way. So unfortunately, we're not going to be doing much for the next few days. So we appreciate you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you aren't already, hit the bell to stay notified to when we post next, and until next time, peace out, y'all.